Hi there BookTube, it's Eleanor here, and today I'm doing my March wrap up. March has been an amazing reading month for me. I think after February, which is such a short month, I've really just got stuck in March and really got my groove back in reading. I ended up reading 34 things, and the target this month for Shelf Slam was books released in 2016, and we always try and read 12 books from our whatever we pull out, whatever our challenge is. And this month I read 18 things set in 2016, so I'm super happy that I hit that target. I also listened to 4 audiobooks, which I'm really pleased with, and I hit 4 squares off my diversity bingo sheet. I will make a separate video on that in June, in the sort of halfway point, to talk to you about the books that I've read for that and the challenges that I have met and ones to go, but I hit 4 this month. I had 3 5-star books, 19 4-star books, 9 3-star books and 3 2-star books. So as suspected, because I was reading more, there were more 2 and 3 stars cropping up than usual. However, 4 seems to be the dominant in this month, and 4 is really good for me, so I'm really pleased with that. And the 3 5-star reads I had were all in different categories. I had a YA, science fiction and fantasy, a non-fiction, and a general fiction, adult general fiction, so I'm really pleased with the cross section there. Breaking them down into genre, I had 1 crime, 2 adult science fiction and fantasy, 10 manga, 1 short story collection, 4 middle grade books, 2 YA science fiction and fantasy, 7 YA contemporary, 1 horror, 2 general fiction, 2 graphic novels, 1 collection, which was my Granta collection of various pictures and articles and short stories, and 1 non-fiction. So let's go through these, starting with the 2 stars. For 2 stars, I had Granta, the Sex Edition, Madness, which is a short story collection, The Butcher's Hook. Then for 3 stars, I had Furthermore, Magnus Chase and the Sword of Summer, Sorcerer to the Crown, Magnus Chase and the Hammer of Thor, Sailor Moon Volume 1, This Savage Song, No Virgin, The Trials of Apollo, and Trees Volume 1. For the 4 stars, Princess Jellyfish Volumes 1, 2 and 3, Geekerella, Hex, The Widow, The Heartbeats of Wing Jones, Attack on Titan Volume 1, Fairy Tale Volume 1, Strobe Edge Volumes 1 and 2, The Fireman, The Smell of Other People's Houses, Fairy Tale Volume 2, Sisters, Fairy Tale Volume 3, Girl Detached, Shuffle Repeat, and Holding Up the Universe. And for the 5 stars, I had The Soul of an Octopus, A Boy Made of Blocks, and Strange the Dreamer. So I've talked to you about all of these books in the past. Strange the Dreamer is by Laini Taylor, and this is a science fiction and fantasy, a fantasy really, by Laini Taylor, and I absolutely loved this. Laini Taylor has a wonderful way with words, a wonderful way of creating a world and an atmosphere. She has really beautiful lyrical writing, and I really enjoyed where this story went. I felt myself slowly picking at the little threads and pulling them together to create this world. To begin with, sometimes with Laini Taylor, you can feel like you're thrust into this place and you don't really understand how it all works, and slowly but surely she just brings you into it and you begin to understand and unravel what's going on, and I really loved that. I can't wait for the next one, and she has done a brilliant job with this one. I loved it. And then The Soul of an Octopus is a non-fiction book about octopus. This is by Sy Montgomery. She spent a lot of time at the New England Aquarium in Boston, and I just found it fascinating, the information that we learn about octopuses and just things that I never knew. I think octopuses are often painted in a bit of a derogatory light and are made a bit scary, and it was just fascinating looking at how affectionate and clever these creatures are. And then finally, A Boy Made of Blocks by Keith Stewart. I've talked about this a lot, but I really loved this. It's a general fiction contemporary story about a family with an autistic son, and we're following the father. It's from his point of view. He's recently moved out of the family home, and it's about him learning to connect with his son, and we find out a lot about autism, which is a subject that I'm really interested in. I'm really interested in looking at working with autistic children, so I found it really fascinating. And the fact that Keith himself has an autistic son means that he's writing from a knowledgeable perspective, which I really enjoyed. There's also a very heavy slant here talking about Minecraft, the computer game, which I had no knowledge of, and I feel like I know a little bit better now. But Keith is actually the games editor at the Guardian newspaper, so I feel like he is knowledgeable about this, and so I trust what he's saying. And I just loved this. And then unfortunately my camera ran out of battery, but thankfully I was at the end anyway. So yes, that was my March wrap up. It was a wonderful reading month, so I'm hoping April will be equally as good. However, I've suddenly become addicted to rewatching Veronica Mars, so you know, that might affect my reading a little bit, but I look forward to chatting to you next month. Let me know in the comments down below, as always, if you've read any 5-star books this month, because I like to add them to my wish list, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Bye for now, BookTube.